Hello and welcome to another Your Partnerships Meets. I'm honored to be in the studio with Richard Warburton. I'm also very nervous, professional speaker. I just know I'm going to trip up and do everything wrong. So anyway, it doesn't really matter what I do, because what matters is what Richard helps people do. That's what really matters. So Richard, I know, I've heard you speak enough times to know the importance of public speaking and why that works. So tell us a little bit more about that.
So why does public speaking matter to people? You think about everything we do in life in terms of engaging with people, in terms of, for businesses, selling products or listening to customers. It all comes down to communication. And a large part of that is being able to speak to people, being able to articulate your ideas and being able to engage with people in a way that they want to speak to you. And if you think about the Your Partnerships setup where people come along to networking events, everyone is encouraged to take 30 seconds to a minute to stand up in front of a room of 20, 30 people and say who they are and what they do. And your ability to land a message publicly by speaking is absolutely vital to the success of what you do as a business and what you do as an individual.
I agree. I mean, if you can't articulate what you do, then people can't leave that room and understand what you do and take that with them. Yeah. And because we all know in networking, the most important thing is them understanding you, so that when they're out in conversations outside of the room, which is more important. So yeah, absolutely agree. So how do you do that?
How do I go about teaching people to do that? Yeah. I think the first thing and the biggest thing to notice is public speaking is a skill that's actually taught to very, very few people. A small percentage of the population will have had public speaking education as part of just their primary and secondary education and even into university. And one of the things that's absolutely vital to learning to speak in public is having a safe space to practice. Okay, there's a lot of theory, there's a lot of knowledge, there's skills around how you use your voice and how you articulate certain things. But actually having a safe space where you can practice, where you can make mistakes, where there's no consequence, no judgment to what you're doing is absolutely vital. And that's something I do as a coach and a trainer. I actually create that safe space. I'll take people through the theory. Yeah. I will take people through advice on how to structure a speech, how to vary their pace, their tone, how to pause at the right moment to make effect. I'll take them through all the theory, but I will give them a platform in a safe space to practice. And it could be answering an impromptu question. Yep. It could be delivering a small prepared speech, but I will give people that safe space to practice. And then I will encourage open and honest feedback, not only from myself, but actually from the other individuals in the room. Because at that point, the other people in the room can learn about what works, doesn't work, and they can take that on board. And what you find in that situation is people actually build the confidence to actually go out and speak. Yep. Because they know they've done it 1,000,001 times in the practice environment, in the safe environment, they've got the confidence, they've had the feedback. So when they actually come to a networking event to introduce themselves, they know they can do it. When they have to stand up and give a presentation at short notice, they know they can do it. When they have to go to an interview, they know they can do it. So to answer your question,
and answer my question, and the other thing is, we've over the years we've had lots of these big lunches and things like this, and it is a shame that some of the actual people that have done these have not done. They're amazing at their business, but may not be a stellar speaker. Simple as that. Yeah. I did a short course, probably not as defined and as intense as what your training does. And I remember the one thing I took away was about being authentic more than anything.
Yes.
So that's what I love, because it's not like trying to take your personality and all these type of things. It's learning how to have the right tools, but still be your authentic personality as well.
Yes, totally agree. It's very mentally draining and actually quite cognitively difficult to constantly put different hats on and pretend to be something else. But actually getting up on stage and being your authentic self and even being vulnerable in front of an audience is something that just adds gravitas to your message, because it helps people see you. And it is a challenge. People often stand in front of an audience and feel judged, and that can lead to fears of anxiety and all kinds of worry. But if you want to land a message effectively, stand on stage, stand in front of an audience and be your authentic self.
Cool. Cool. So how can people access you? And also, don't forget, we were talking off camera a little bit about some opportunities people have through your partnerships next year as well. So what's the plans?
What's the plans? Well, there's a number of events that we're looking to get up and running online via your partnerships. These will be 60-minute to 90-minute workshops on probably a Friday morning, but more details of that to follow. And these will be safe environments where people can come along, learn a little bit of knowledge, learn a little bit of technique, and then we'll look to put it into practice online there and then and encourage open and honest feedback. So first thing, online sessions and workshops launching in the new year. The second thing is there will be a number of training events set up in January onwards where people can buy a seat on these training events. The sessions are limited to around about 8 people at each event because I do want to make sure that everyone gets the opportunity to stand up and speak and get feedback. So it's important to not push the numbers too far in that process. So they'll be set up from around about January onwards as well.
Okay.
And finally, if you have a business, if you are a MD of a business or a small business owner, a medium-sized business owner, I also run bespoke courses for companies as well. And they are heavily focused around public speaking and presentation skills. But if you have specific individual needs that you need addressing, perhaps it's giving client feedback or sales, I'm more than happy to adapt the courses to your individual needs as well. So 3 ways people can engage with me.
Great. Well, looking forward to that. And off camera, I've got a few ideas from what you're talking about as well. So always opportunities.
Always opportunities.
And you've actually reduced my anxiety just in our talking now. So really appreciate that. We're going to need to wrap it up here. I know you've been out to the Corker Studios before. What would you say to anybody that's never been out here before? What do you think? You said something up in the parking lot, which was perfect. What did you say?
So first of all, it is a stunning place to come and visit. It is a beautiful part of the world. And also, I think if you've never done this before, it's actually a really friendly environment to step into. Yeah, it is. And it is a great place to push yourself out of your comfort zone if you're thinking about doing something like this in the future. So
if you've not been out to Corker Media, please come check them out. I'd be glad to get you on the sofa soon. Lots more opportunities coming down the pike on that. So I have to let those out soon as well. I need to do a video. I wonder if there's a good place I can do a video around here.
Well, funnily enough, there's this brilliant place in Cornwall.
Absolutely. But no, thanks to guys at Corker Media. And thank you, Richard. Look forward to all the things that you're going to be doing to help more people as well. So because public speaking, it's not for everybody, is it? But it can be. But it can be.
Yes.
Absolutely. So Jay behind the decks, thank you so much. And we'll see you all again soon.